Hello, this is Taylor Elwood, your magical experiments host and occult author, and today I'm going to talk a bit about the need to take a creative approach to magic. Wow, I talk about that quite a bit actually, but I think it's something that I was reading a book recently, and what I liked about what the author did is he drew on other sources outside of traditional magic. For example, one source he used was Your Money or Your Life, which happens to be one of my favorite books on finances. And why he drew on that source was because he was trying to help people learn the necessary recognition that your ability to do financial magic is tempered in part by the ability to handle the mundane aspects of finances. So when I talk about getting creative with magic, what I'm really talking about is the need to look outside the magical box. Look outside the magical chest or altar, so to speak. Look toward other sources, other ideas. What is it that you could draw on that's a bit different, that could help you learn some practical skills that would go alongside those magical skills that you have? A lot of times it seems to me that people will use magic as a way to solve practical skills or solve problems, but not necessarily learn the practical skills that will help them avoid those problems or really look at what it is that they could do differently. And so, reading a book on finances, for example, and then implementing the practices in there can be just as valuable a magical exercise as enchanting a dollar bill as a servitor that'll go out there and draw you more money. And in some ways, it can help you learn. It can help you learn even better what the accepted routes are for being able to obtain particular resources. And I think that that's key, because a lot of times, if we're doing magic as a way to resolve a problem, if we don't know all the routes that we could take, we might be drawing on resources and routes that may not be that helpful for us, but that's all we know. And so we're using, and so that's what we're telling the magic to use, even though there's other things available. I guess what I'm really trying to say is that it's important to be well-rounded in your education when it comes to life. I'm not just saying, know a foreign language or two, although that's certainly useful, or know math and physics and English and all that. I'm talking really about learning those practical skills in life that help you navigate everyday life. Because those practical skills, when combined with magic, can be very, very potent as a way to solve problems. And a strategic use of magic really boils down to knowing how to practice your magical skills, but also practice those mundane skills that can be used as complements to the magical skills to solve problems. Thanks for watching, and see you next week.